Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Off Show, where I am Damien Farr, and yes, we're filming back-to-back once again. And I know what you're thinking, Damien, why aren't you talking about John Wick? Well, when I'm recording this one, John Wick hasn't come out yet, so we're going to talk about 65 because I feel like I need to talk about it for some reason. Shazam was terrible. 65 wasn't great either, but better than Shazam in my opinion, which is probably wrong, but that's okay. It's my opinion. I can be wrong. So, 65. This movie is an FA, I would say. Basic info, it's directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods. They also wrote the movie, so that's kind of cool. Writer and director combo. The concept of the movie is a lot better than the movie, though. And I think that's what happened here. So, cast-wise, you got Adam Driver, who I think could be a leading man in this movie. Honestly, I think it would have worked. But I think he read a script, and the idea was so cool. Like, this is a cool idea. Don't get me wrong. But the issue becomes the execution is not good. So I feel like at one point in the movie, he's just like, I should just be phoning this in at this point. What am I doing with my life? And started phoning it in. Not saying he's a bad actor, once again. Amazing actor. Probably the best part of the prequel, or not the prequels, the sequel trilogy. But, once again, great idea, execution bad. So, that's really the best way to describe it. So, then you got Ariana Greenblatt as Koa, which is the little girl, which we'll come to in just a second. So, plot-wise, let's talk about this plot here where ship crashes on Earth 65 million years ago. And that could have been an amazing twist, honestly, if they would have just showed ship parts. I think if you extend out the ship bit and, like, get him attached to the people that he's, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Make it where he gets attached to the people that he's actually flying there. They're in cryosleep at the beginning of the movie, and everybody's killed except this one little girl in the crash and him. But I think you should have given it to where he speaks to some of these people before they take off. Like, they give some of his family backstory and why he's doing it. That works. Give him some human connection to these people. Because once they die, honestly, at first it's like, oh no, look at all those dead people. And then it's like, who cares? Because you didn't know any of them. Just a little thing to pad out the runtime a little bit and probably help the trailer. Make it where it looks like just a sci-fi movie. Could have looked like Passengers, honestly. In a way. Wait a second. I don't like that idea. So, in all seriousness, I think it could have been cooler if they would have made the reveal of, oh, they're on Earth 65 million years ago. Would have been cool. Didn't have to say that. But they did. So, that sucks. Everybody dies except the little girl once again. So, everybody dies in the end. And after the little girl, you know, starts speaking to him, I'm like, to the person I was with, I'm like, she's totally not going to speak English, right? Like, 100% not speaking English. Not that there's anything wrong against speaking English, but, or not speaking English, excuse me, but Adam Driver in the movie doesn't speak anything other than English, so, you know, I'm like, they're going to make it where she doesn't speak English, and they got a communication barrier, and he tries to explain to her what they have to do, and she doesn't understand at first, but then, you know, eventually goes along with it, and he lies, but it's kind of hard to tell if she really understood the lie until later on in the movie, because he's like, we got to get you to your family, and he shows the mountain, and it's like, I don't know what to think. Honestly, this movie could have been really cool. I think this could have been a movie of the year if, like I said, you expand out the beginning. I'm not a screenwriter. I write films in my free time, but I'm not paid for this, so let's say you make the first, like, 25 to 30 minutes him with his family and then interacting with some of the people on the ship. So then it gives you some, like, I don't know, familiar faces. So then when you see somebody dead, because at one point they show him walking past the dead body and it's like, oh, look, it's dead. Or look, it's a dead person. It's like, well, that doesn't really matter. I don't know who this person is. I don't care. So I think they could have done that a little bit differently. But are you one of the few people that saw 65? Tell me in the comments below, what did you think? Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and have a far off night.